सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ नैष्कर्म्य सिद्धि Chapter 3, page number 103, verse number 104. Sorry, page number 130, 140. असत्ये वर्त्मनि स्थित्वा निरुपायमुपेयते आत्मत्वकारणाद्विद्मः गुणवृत्त्या विबोधिताः. Sureshwaracharya analyzing a technical topic when a Purvapakshi asks a question, how can it happen that Paramarthika Brahman revelation through Vyavaharika Mahavakya, Vyavaharika Shabda. Tattvamasi Mahavakya is a Shabda which belongs to Vyavaharika Satta, lower order of reality compared to Paramarthika Satta, that is Brahman, the absolute reality. Any sambandha, relation, can happen only between the same orders of reality. Mahavakya is the revealer, Brahman is the revealed. Mahavakya is the pramanam, Brahman is the prameyam, as though prameyam for time being. This Brahman happens to be the higher order of reality. Yatra yatra sambandhaha tatra tatra samasattakatvam. Wherever a relation happens, there is the same order of reality. Here, in this case of Mahavakya, which belongs to the lower order of reality or lesser order of reality compared to Mahavakya, how can Atmajnanam, Brahma Ahamasmi Aikya Jnanam take place in the Buddhi? So, Buddhi is also Vyavaharika Satyam, or Antahkaranam is also Vyavaharika Satyam. How this is possible? For that, Sureshwaracharya is going to say that is possible some mysterious thing happens. Relation is possible between Mithya Vastu also. Mithya Vastu can have a relation. Yatra yatra samasattakatvam. Sambandha tatra tatra samasattakatvam. Wherever relation, there is same order of reality is a general rule, but there is an exception. Utsarga is there. We saw those examples in the last class. I introduced them. First example, we saw that a person, rope snake is our regular example. First example, we know that rope happens to be the vyavaharika satta. Rope snake happens to be the pratibhasika satta. There are three orders of reality: projected reality or objective reality. Subjective reality. Then relative reality is called objective reality. And the absolute reality, paramarthika satyam, only Brahman is there. Rope snake is having adhisthana adhyasa sambandha. For that, Shankaracharya writes in Brahma Sutra Bhashyam also, that example he takes. Which example? That example, rope snake example. In first chapter, 4th pada, 6th mantra. There, Acharya writes that he keeps in his mind here. What is that bhashyam? It's very nice. Nacha avidyavatve tadavagami cha vastunaha kaschit visheshaha asti yatha kaschit santamase patitam kanchit rajjum ahim manyamanaha bhito vepamanaha palayate. By seeing the rope snake, a person runs away. Tam cha aparo bruyatu ma bhaishi. An apta bandhu like guru comes and tells, don't afraid of that. Bhaishihi ma bhaishihi naya mahihi rajjureva. This is not a snake, this is a rope only. Iti sacha tadupa shrutya ahinkritam bhayamutsrujet. He drops the fear of that rope snake. Vepadhum palayanam. The sweating also comes down. Running also he stops. Na tvahi buddhikale tadapagamakaale cha. This comes to the next connection, to the example. Vastunaha kaschit visheshaha syat tatha evam idamapi drashtavyam. That is the Bhashyakara's explanation in the Brahma Sutra. We saw long ago. Okay. So, one example, rope snake example. Second example is shadow example. By seeing the shadow, we infer a real person. Seeing the shadow, we infer means we guess there is a person, human being. Shadow is mithya. Asatvenar. Purvapakshi is asking. Asatve apinar. Asatve vartmani sthitva nirupayam upayate. Uncommunicable. There is no upaya. But upayate, we come to know that Brahman, just as the mithya shadow, pratibhasika satyam, person is vyavaharika sattam, भिन्न सत्ताकयोः अपि सम्बन्धः भवति वा न वा भवति एव. Tadvat, this is one example. Another example is shastric examples are there. Suppose a person sees Sumangali in his dream. A person, when he is performing yaga, In the night when he sleeps, he gets the dream. In the dream, he sees a Sumangali, a woman who is married and her husband also there. If he sees Sumangali in his dream, which is Pratibhasika Satyam, his yaga is successfully completed iti arthaha. Completion of yaga successfully is Vyavaharika Satyam. Seeing the Sumangali in dream is Pratibhasika Satyam. How that Pratibhasika Satyam, Anya Satta, that is lesser order of reality than Vyavaharika Satyam, how that indicates the success of yaga, relation is there. That relation is possible. Both are different satta. This is Shastric example. Similarly, one more example also is a Vyavaharika Aksharani, Shabda. Shabda, that is script. Aksharani indicates the Shabda. Aksharas are nothing but rekha, only lines. Up, top, down, right, left, lines only, or circle. Different lines are there. All are mithya only, those lines. But those alphabets, aksharani, gives the meaning of the word and sentence. Alphabets, rekha, that aksharas, the script, gives the meaning of that word and sentence. So, Shabda, Pramanam also serve like that only, Mahavakya also. Another example is also Shastric example. Sumangal is a positive example. Negative example is if a person sees Krishna Dantaha in dream, black tooth wala, the one who has got a tooth black, Krishna Dantaha means indicates that the person death is coming closer. These are all Shastric examples. But death is coming to closer in Artham. Krishna Danta Darshanam Swapne, in Swapna. So these are all examples to show that Mithya Sambandha is possible. Real Sambandha is not required. Through Mithya Sambandha it can be revealed. So in this shloka he said that it is possible. Relationship between Mithya Vastu and Vyavaharika Vastu, Pratibhasika Vastu and Vyavaharika Vastu, possible in the world. We are seeing all this. Similarly, Nirupayam Upayate, even though it is uncommunicable, it can be communicated. What is the reason he said in 104, second line? Atmatva Karanat Vidmaha. That happens to be myself. Atmatva Karanat. When Guru says Tat Tvam Asi, that Brahman, you are, I am myself that Brahman. Atmatva Karanat. Vidmaha. We can know. Phalavyapti is not required. Vritti vyapti is sufficient. Ajnana nivritti eva is sufficient. Gunavritya vibodhita, by implication, by lakshana vritti, or by bhagatyaga lakshana, dropping the anatma part at jiva level and Ishvara level, total level and individual level. What is anatma? Vishwatejasa prajna, you drop. Waker, dreamer, sleeper, hood, you drop at individual level. At total level, Virat, Hiranyagarbha, Antaryami, Ishvara, Nama Rupa, Samashti, Nama Rupa you drop. Jahal Lakshana there. That Bhaga you drop. But Ajahat, what you should not drop, Atma, Turiya Atma, you take. Individual Jiva Atma and Paramatma both are one and the same. So that is called Gunavritya. Vibodhitaha. Very clearly Mahavakya reveals that I am Brahman by implication, Lakshana Vritya. How does this particular thing happen? Because of some ingenious, what you can call mysterious way of epistemological, we can say. Totally it is possible in many other things which we are seeing similarly like that alone. Here also it is possible. Still, Purvapaksha is not going to stop. He will ask again, because as long as you have doubt, questions you will ask. You are permitted to ask. Your intellect, it will ask. Then you have to answer. Next, 105 and 106 also he is going to give examples so that we can understand this very easily. Introduction to 105. The next page, page number 141, top line, introduction. Katham punarabhidhanam abhidheyena anabhisambadham sat anabhidheye arthe pramam janayati shrunu yatha anabhisambadhamapi anabhidheye arthe avidya nirakarana mukhena bodhayati iti aha. Now the first part is Purvapakshi. Shrunu onwards, Sureshwaracharya. Answer. Katham punaha. How is it possible? Again question. Katham punaha. How is it possible? How does the particular thing happen? Katham punaha. What is that? Abhidhana abhidheya. Abhidhana means Mahavakya Shabda Pramanam. Vyavaharika Satya Mahavakya Shabda Pramanam is called Abhidhana. Abhidheya means Paramarthika Satyam Brahma. Abhidheya. Revealer, revealed. Abhidhana, abhidheya. This revealer, revealed. Pratipadya, pratipadaka sambandha. Prakashya, prakashaka sambandha. Anabhisambadham. It is not possible because Bhinna Sattagatvat. That is his opinion. Anabhisambadham means Abhisambadham means forming a relation. Na abhisambadham, anabhisambadham. Without forming any relationship. Without forming any relationship. Anabhisambadham sat. Being unrelated. Anabhideya arthe pramam kadham janayati. that which cannot have relation with regard to that Brahman, pramanam, shabdam cannot have any relation, because Brahman happens to be asangaha. Asango hi ayam purushaha anabhidheye arthe katham pramam janayati. How is it possible when it does not have any relationship? If you ask how it generate knowledge, prama means knowledge. Janayati iti, it produce, it generate knowledge. Iti, if you ask so, listen. Sureshwaracharya says, Shrunu, may you listen to my words. Yatha anabhisambadhamapi, even though it is anabhisambadham, unrelated, that mithya relation is possible. They are not belong to the same satta. Relation is not possible. Real relation is not possible. Okay? Unreal relation is possible. Real relation, sambadha means relation. Anabhisambadha means unrelated. Real relation is not possible. Unreal relation is possible between Mahavakya Pramanam and Brahman. Anabhisambadham api, even though. Anabhideya arthe, even though it cannot be revealed. Anabhideye arthe, that paramarthikam Brahma is of higher order of reality. But what does it do, that Mahavakya? Simple. Avidya nirakarana mukhena. Mahavakya removes your avidya, ignorance. Mahavakya need not reveal Brahman. Mahavakya removes your ignorance, concealment, that which is veiling your buddhi, that is ignorance, avidya. Avidya nirakarana mukhena. Mukhena means dwara. By the removal of your ignorance. Because you are happen to be Atma already. Everyone is lacking only Atma Jnanam, not Atma Anubhava. This is very, very important. People do not know this crux of Vedanta. Very, very subtle point. You are already happen to be the consciousness, Atma Chaitanyam. You yourself self-evident to yourself, self-luminous, self-evident. That is why you never verify your existence. You can verify everyone is there or not. You can verify everyone is there or not, even your dear near wife or husband or children. You have to verify. But you never verify your existence. Am I there or not? Do we get such a doubt? Am I there or not? This is called self-evidence. Swayam Prakashaha. I am self-evident. I need not depend upon anyone for my verification about my existence. I am consciousness or not, I need not verify from anyone. I am conscious of, to be conscious of, I must exist. My favorite words, these are. To be conscious of, I must exist. If I exist, I must be conscious of. I am Sat. If I am Sat, I must be Chit. If I am Chit, I must be Sat. This is the greatness of Mahavakya. This is the greatness of knowledge. How one can miss it? Managing to miss. managing to do misconceptions lot of. That is why Visishtadvaiti and Dvaiti, they remain as Visishtadvaiti and Dvaiti because they always extend the example, they develop misconceptions about example, mislead by the examples. How? Suppose we say that man is like a pillar, he is the pillar of organization, we say. Visishtadvaiti, Dvaiti, they say, he is like a jadam, then pillar is jadam, inert. The person also is inert. Why you extend that? Pillar of the organization means like a pillar, strong, supportive with artha. But if you extend that example, ativyapti, unnecessarily you are extending the example. He is also like a inert, like a pillar. That is the mistake they do. Whatever example we take, they see the wrong side of the example. Who is the loser? They are only the losers. Any example, we are all seeing many examples here. Because of over intelligence, sometimes the buddhi goes to unnecessary extensions. Unnecessary extension. That is the biggest obstacle. Therefore, too much buddhi is also, instead of becoming a positive resource, asset for a person, over intelligence become an obstacle also. You should not extend the example. How much example you have to take in that example, what point you have to take, that much alone you have to take. More than that, if you take, you are unintelligent person, not intelligent. You may think you are brilliant, so bright, intelligent. What for? What for that intelligence? When that intelligence become an obstacle for my true knowledge to get, that intelligence is not intelligence, it is an ignorance. Therefore, don't extend the examples like Vishishtadvaiti, Dvaiti. He says, anabhidheye arthe avidyam nirakarana mukhena. Only Mahavakya does avidya nirakaranam. Atmajnanam need not be given. Atmajnanam we are lacking because there is avidya, concealment, ajnanam. Remove that ajnanam by bhagatyaga lakshana. Identity with the sthula sharira, sukshma sharira, karana sharira, that you have to do nirakarana. Avidya nirakarana mukhena. Bodha means knowledge. Bodhayati iti aha. Mahavakya reveals, by removing your ignorance, it reveals your true nature. Bodhayati iti aha. Vyavaharika pramanam does reveal. Bodhayati means reveal. Vyavaharika pramanam does reveal that paramarthika vastu, Brahman, which is my real nature. As the teacher is talking, I have to see that I am that true nature. I am that Brahman. I should not listen the class like Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Ahankara. I should listen. I can make use of Sthula, Sukshma, Sharira, Ahankara as a tool, as a upadhi. Without that, I cannot hear, I cannot understand. Make use of upadhi, instrument, shariratrayam, buddhi, ahankara, to claim that I am Brahman. That is the purpose of listening to Shastra. Remaining as body, mind complex, as a wife, as a husband, as a mother, father, if I listen, I always look at Brahman is something different from me. Jivo Brahmaiva naparaha. Oh, Jiva is Brahman only. No. Aham Brahmaiva naparaha. I have to say. Aham Brahmaiva. Learn to claim that. Your privilege, that is your privilege. No one can take it away or give it to you. Yours only. You belong. You belong means what? It is your property only. Like freedom is my birthright, they say, no? Freedom is my birthright. Yes, this freedom we have to say. This freedom means I am a free Atma Swarupam, never bound by anything. Next, one example in 105 and 106. One example. And 107, another example he is going to give. Very, very important examples. Shayana prayasho loke bodhyamana swanamabhihi sahasaiva prabudhyante yathaivam pratyagatmani nahi namnasti sambandha vyuthitasya shariratah तथापि बुध्यते तेन यथैवं तत्त्वमित्यतः. Same example, that is why I read together. In this shloka, Sureshwaracharya is going to talk about a supta purushaha, a person who is sleeping, not one person. People, loke, he says, in this world, loke, shayanaha, sleeping people, shayanaha, supta purusha, prabodhena, sleeping people, shayanaha, loke, in this world, generally, prayashaha, swanamna abhid, and by their name they are wakened. By some other person they wake up. Other person, swanamabhihi, by their name. Mother, early morning, she want to wake up the person, her son or daughter. She called that son by name. By name he calls, get up, Rama, 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 get up. His name is Sri Ram. Sri Ram, get up. Sri Ram, get up. Sri Ram, get up. No, this Sri Ram is the whose name? Son's name. Swanama. By your own name, your mother is calling. You are in which position? You are in sleeping position, sleeping state. That sleeping person, you are this. When mother calls, you wake up. You listen to your mother words. You listen to your mother's words. How it is happening every day. When school time, the up, get up, and swanamabhihi, by his own name. Bodhyamana, a person wakes up. Bodhyamana, a person wakes up by his name when his mother calls him up. Bodhyamanaha bhavati nar. So this, when mother calls a person by his name, his son, her son, that is vyavaharika avastha, jagrata avastha, vyavaharika satyam. When a sleeper, he is sleeping, that Sri Ram, her son is sleeping. That person is, when he is sleeping, sahasa eva prabudhyante, jhatiti, sahasa, immediately he wakes up and sit on the bed. Sahasa eva prabudhyante, prabudhyante, woken up, woken up. He was in sleep state. That is a different satta. Mother is calling name, that uttering the word is a pramanam. It is a pramanam. And that relation you see, vyavaharika satta nama, when mother is calling that pramanam, referring to the son who is in the different order of reality, in sleep. Jagrata avastha is vyavaharika satta. Swapna and sushupti, sushupti, not even swapna, sushupti. The name belongs to the sthula shariram, not sukshma shariram, not karana shariram even. Name belongs only to the sthula shariram. So she is referring to sthula shariram. He woken up, that subtle body, the mind, that it receives that in sleep. So, that abhidhana, abhidheya, sambandha is possible. A revelation is possible. Nidra is the concealment there. Jagrat, prapancha, vyavaharika pramata is not available that time, sleeping time. He is not available, really speaking. But that non-available pramata, vyavaharika pramata, who is non-available, when mother wakes up from the sleep, the person sahasa eva, immediately get up and sits. So nidra, concealment, go away. Here vyavaharika satta and pratibhasika satta, lower order of reality. He is not having connection with the sthula shariram while sleeping. But her words are working or not to wake him up. How they are working? That's why unreal relation is there between the pramanam, her words, and the pramata who is sleeping. That words are working. This is our experience, every one of us experience. Alarm itself wakes up. Alarm belongs to vyavaharika satta. You are sleeping in a different order of reality. You are not connected to the sthula shariram when you are sleeping. When you put alarm, instead of mother waking up, you can take alarm sound. It is also a shabda. Alarm sound belongs to which order of reality? It belongs to vyavaharika satta. You are in lesser, and you have dropped the identity with the sthula shariram. When you drop the identity with the sthula shariram in the deep sleep, how you have woken up? How the words you have heard? How you heard that alarm sound? Because your ears are not available, functioning in your sleep. But you have woken up. That is the sambandha. Real alarm and unreal waker, that he wakes up. That shabda functions. So nidra is gone. Now we have to come to Dashtanta. Tatha evam. Tatha evam. Tathaivam. That is a dot is required on the vakara. Tatha evam. In the same manner. Just as that sleeping person wakes up by listening, calling his name, hearing his name by his mother or father, he wakes up. Similarly, what? Pratyagatmani. Dashtanta. Pratyagatmani bodhaha bhavati. You have to supply. In Pratyagatma, to the individual buddhi, the jivatma gets out of what? Nidra. Here, ajnana nidra. Mahavakya says, Guru says, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. Their mother is calling by name. That is the pramanam. Here Mahavakya, Chandogyopanishad, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Guru is telling, you are that Brahman, you are that Brahman is the pramanam. The student is the pramata, that Mahavakya is the pramanam vyavaharika satta. You are Brahman, Sat Brahman, you are Paramarthika Satta. Possible, just as you have woken up from the Nidra. Here Ajnana Nidra. You have woken up. Anadimaya ya suptaha yatha jiva prabudhyate. Like that. From law in anadikala, beginningless time, suptaha. There sushupti, example. Here suptaha means ignorance, ajnana nidra. I wake up to my Brahmaswarupam. Mahavakya is pramanam only, vyavaharika satyam. But I am Brahman, am Paramarthika Satyam, my real nature. This is called extraordinary epistemology. Epistemological feat. We can gain that knowledge. That feat is happening here. How it happens in happening? Many of them are getting knowledge like this. So no problem at all. So what? Later further explanation in the next shloka also. Nahi namnasti sambandhaha vyuttithasya sharirataha. Sharirataha vyuttithasya means a person who has dropped the identity with gross body. Vyuttitaha means in deep sleep, a person disidentified. Vyuttita means disidentified. Every one of us in the night, when you go to deep sleep, we are disidentifying with gross body or not. Whatever is happening to the body, you do not know. Even snake crawls on your body, you do not know. Mosquitoes are biting, you do not know. So many things we do not know in deep sleep. Vyuttitaha. You have gone away from, means disidentified. Sharirataha. From the sharira, sthula sharira. You have disidentified. When you have disidentified with the sthula sharira, namna sambandhaha na asti. You have no connection with your name. Do you remember, I am so and so Sri Ram, I am Krishna, I am Radha, I am Govinda, I am Lakshmi or Parvati or any name, whatever your name, whatever your name, all God's names I am telling. We are supposed to utter God's names better. Okay, some punyam purushartham. Namna with name sambandha nasti. Once you have disidentified, dropped your identity with the sthula shariram in deep sleep, after 4 or 5 hours again you go to sleep. Same thing happens. so and so. Like here, so many names I am seeing. Na? And then in your family, people will call you with so and so name. Uh, your husband or a wife, somebody calls your names. All these names are all these names are disidentified with the Stula Shariram after 5 hours. You do not know your name, where you are, in which room you are sleeping. After waking up only everyone knows that. Okay. So the people turn from right side to left side, head comes to leg side, legs side comes to head side. Like that they move. No, in sleep, they do not know. Namna sambandha nasti. Tathapi buddhyate tena. Even though he is not having any connection with the physical body, his name is not at all connected. Even though the sleeping person does not relate to that, sambandha is not there. Without that also, tadhapi, without that also, his without physical body connection also. Even though he doesn't have sambandha with his physical body, tadha api, tena, tena means the name uttered by the other person. Tena means the name uttered by the other person. Because of that utterance, buddhyate, he wakes up. He recognizes, yes, somebody is calling me. Somebody is calling me. What a beautiful example. Every one of us is our direct experience. This example. Tadha yatha evam. Yatha यथा बुध्यते तेन तथा अपि एवं in this manner तत्वम इति अतः. तत्वम is महावाक्य. तत्वमसि अतः पंचमी अर्थे तसि. अतः therefore तत्वमसि with regard to महावाक्य also like that alone only. Like that only. This we saw already in verse number 47, page number 112, 47th verse, last line. We saw the same idea. Grihyamanaha, agrihyamanaha, grihyamanaha words you can see there afterwards. So, this example is very simple. We know very well. Like that only, my dear, this can be happen. Stula Sharira Nama Sambandha is not possible with Sukshma Sharira. Stula Sharira Nama is not possible with regard to Karana Sharira. Sleep, which Sharira you are related? Karana Shariram. But that Karana Shariram, avidya and Sukshma Shariram both will react, reciprocate to the Sthula Sharira Nama. Avastha Bheda is there. Order of reality is there. Different order of reality. Tadha Tattvamiti Ataha Mahavakyat. Ataha means Mahavakyat. Tattvam. What Mahavakya? Tattvamasi. That is possible. So how beautiful. Acharyas taking lot of time, energy, strain for our clear understanding. What we can repay for them. What we are giving to them. Nothing. Taking from the Guru. What we can offer to them. Such a great knowledge they are giving to us. My God. Amazing knowledge. Ataha Mahavakyat. This is possible. Tattvamasi, Guru says, you are that possible. That is referring to Vyavaharika Pramanam. referring to the Pramata, the Brahman, who is the Prameyam, like Aprameyamapi, even though it is not objectifiable, you are recognizing I am Brahman. Next verse, number 107. यथा च बोधाबोधौ बोधाबोधौ नभो स्पृष्ट्वा कृष्णधीनीडगौ यथा बाध्येतरात्मकौ स्यातां तथेहात्मनि गम्यताम् तथा इह आत्मनि गम्यताम्. Next example, to show that, now this example Akasha Drishtanta, to show whether you are ignorant or knowledgeable. While ignorance time also, after getting knowledge also, Atma is not disturbed. Atma is not touched. Atma is not anointed, not afflicted. Just as when you, our regular example, he gives Akasha Drishtanta. You can see in rope snake also, before knowing the rope as rope, also you are seeing the rope snake, Ajnana Kale, Anavabodha Kale api, that your Ajnana did not touch the rope, not brought any change in the rope. After getting knowledge also, that knowledge of rope not bringing any change in the rope. Similarly, another example he gives here, Nabhaha, Akasha, Krishna Varnaha, Dhihi, in your buddhi, a person thinks that Akasha is black. Black Akasha. Krishna means he has given black. Nila Varna Akasha, or black something. Dhihi, that thought, that buddhi. Nidagau, Nirupaha, after a person comes and tells, no, Akasha doesn't have any rupam, any color, it is colorless. Nirupaha. Nidagaha means Krishna Dhihi Nidagau. Nirupaha, it is colorless. It's not having any Krishna color or blue color. Bodha ababodhau, bodha bodhau, nabha asprushtva. Nabha, Akasha remains as, having remained as asanga, asprushtva. Your knowledge, you see the sky is blue or black, will it become black or will it become blue by your ajnanam? That is ajnanam only, no? Seeing the colorless sky as blue is ajnana. Anava bodha. Bodha, abodha, sorry, anava bodha, abodha. Lack of knowledge of that sky. And you got knowledge. Some teacher taught you. You got the knowledge, bodha. Knowledge has come. Now sky is colorless. At that time it will become colorless. Once you get the knowledge of the sky is colorless, it become colorless. When you see the blue or black color, is it really black? No. Once you get the knowledge it is colorless, is it really dropped the color? No. That's why bodha abodha. Nabhaha asprushtva. Your jnanam and ajnanam of regarding the color of the sky is not touched by, they are not touched, Akasha is not touched by them. Your ignorance and knowledge about the sky color The sky is not touched by that. Badhyate itaratmakau syatam. That is negated. It is colorless. Color Krishna Varnaha is negated by colorless knowledge. Badhyeta itaratmakau. One of them is cancelled by the other. Negated by the other. What is negated by what? Ignorance is negated by knowledge. So 4 stages here. First stage is ignorance about the sky is the first stage, which is colorless. Because of optical illusion, he is seeing it is having color. That is the first stage. Then you get Shabda Pramanam. My dear, it is not having color, it is colorless. You heard that word. That is Shabda Pramanam. Second stage. Then third stage, you get the knowledge, sky knowledge, as colorless knowledge. That is the third stage. Then fourth stage is what? Ignorance gone stage. That ignorance gone. What ignorance? Sky colorless knowledge comes, third stage. Sky is blue or black. That ignorance, that is called ignorance, that goes away. That is the 4 stages are there. These are the 4 stages. Now Darshtanta also you have to supply. Tatha Atmani Gamyatam. Iha Atmani. With regard to Atma, Tatha plus Iha plus Atmani. Tathe Atmani. Gamyata means may you understand with regard to this Brahman also. How 4 stages again you have to supply. First stage is in the place of sky you have to take Brahman. Okay. 4 events. Brahma Ajnanam concealment first. Brahma Ajnanam is the conceal. Second stage, Shabda Pramanam. Shabda Pramanam comes which removes the Ajnanam. Ajnanam it removes. I am Dukhi, I am Dukhi, Ragi, Dveshi, like that. So Shabda Pramanam says you are Ananda Swarupaha, Guru says by Acharya. Okay. Second stage is Shabda Pramanam given by the Acharya. Shabda Pramanam appreciation by Acharya comes from Acharya. Then third stage is Brahma Jnanam. Aham Brahma Asmi Jnanam. Fourth stage is Brahma Jnanam knocks off your ignorance. These are the 4 stages. In Darshtanta also. Drishtanta and Darshtanta. We have to understand. So concerned Vastu, here is the sky. Drishtanta. Darshtanta, Brahman. All 4 stages. Brahman does not undergo any change to show that Akasha Drishtanta. Triputi Rahitya. Pramana Prameya Pramata. Pramanam Prameyam Pramata. All these Triputis will not touch the Atma. Who is that Atma? I am myself. More in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.